Shalom, this is Levi Shore. Purim Sameach. Freilika Purim. Have a happy Purim. So this is a wild one. Purim 2026. Purim 5786. And it is wild what's going on. So I wanted to point out some amazing things that are happening. One thing that's so amazing to me is just the coordination right now between the USA and Israel. And they're taking down this evil regime in Iran. And I find it so strange how much things have changed. So if we go all the way back, it's very strange. So if we go all the way back to the administration of George Herbert Walker Bush. So what's really fascinating is the Persian Gulf War, when Saddam Hussein, when Iraq invaded Kuwait. So President Bush, he got together this whole coalition of all these countries. I mean, you had some Gulf Arab countries, and you had European countries, and he purposely kept Israel out of the coalition, wouldn't let Israel fight, and then Israel just had to hide in their shelters and their bunkers. And there was the famous 39 Scud missiles that came into Israel, and it was such a different world. And so what's really fascinating is, so I think that war, it ended on Purim. And then his son, right, so George Walker Bush, then I think they call it the Iraq War, or the US-Iraq War, the Gulf War, I forgot what they call it exactly, but then when the USA, when they took down Saddam Hussein, so what's fascinating about that is that war, I think it began on Shushan Purim, or right as Shushan Purim was going out. So it's interesting. So all these events, like Hashem had all these events set up, and and it's like the Megillas Esther. Like you just see these events, and Hashem's like orchestrating everything. So we say, and now it's just. So I'm going to get to it too, but it's so fascinating to me to see what we're experiencing now. So just let me start with this. So we say this very special prayer on Purim. I mean, we have the song V'al Hanisim V'al Haporkan V'al Gavuros V'al Teshuos. I'm going to go through what we say here. So we say V'al Hanisim, for all the miracles, V'al Haporkan, for all the salvation, V'al Hagavuros, for all the mighty actions, the mighty strength of Hashem, the powerful arm of Hashem, V'al Teshuos, for all the victories, V'al HaNiflos, for all the wonders, V'al HaNechamos, for all the compassion and mercy from Hashem, V'al HaMilchamos, for all the miraculous victories. So we had this miraculous, we say this on Hanukkah and Purim. So we had a miraculous victory against the Greek Empire, and it was just like yeshiva students, going out to fight against the number one military in the world, the Greek Empire at the time. And then the Purim was even more miraculous. There's no army. It was just like there was a decree to kill all the Jews on the 13th of Adar, and the Jews just fought back, and we had a miraculous victory. It says, Shasisa lavosenu bayamim haim bazman hazeh. He performed for our fathers in those days at this time. That this is a special time. This is a special time for all the miracles. This is the Megillah Esther. This is the revealing of the hidden. And it's just, I don't know, it's so amazing to me to see like the USA and Israel, and they're coordinating on these, this whole military mission, campaign to take down the evil regime in Iran. And who knows, it may will lead to the liberation of the Iranian people, the Persian people. It's just, there's so much going on. But what's so surprising to me is that, in America, like from the far left and the far right, you just have all they do seem very anti-Semitic. They're against all this. All of a sudden, they were for Hamas, and now they're for Iran. It's so strange. And what's so strange to me is that the traditional allies of America, I always thought, basically England, even though it's strange, America fought the Revolutionary War, and this is going to be the 250th anniversary of the signing of the Declaration of Independence on July 4th, 1776, which starts the Revolutionary War. But then over the years, America and England have always been such close allies. And it was so strange to me to see Prime Minister Starmer, at first, he wasn't going to let America stage anything at Diego Garcia, which is a major airfield. It's an island. And it's what's so fascinating is talking about the Megillah Esther. Where is it? It's this island, and it's located in between Africa and India. And that's exactly how the Megillah Esther starts, because Achashverosh, he ruled from Hodu to Kush. He ruled from India to Ethiopia. And then right in the middle of that is Diego Garcia. It's a major, important military base where they can launch, the B-2s and the fighter jets and be out of the Iranian missile range. And it's just it's strange to see Europe, not standing with the USA. And it's very strange. It's only really, like, in a sense, it's really only the USA and Israel right now. And then maybe some of the Gulf states may come into this because they're getting attacked too, and maybe the European. But it's just the USA and Israel right now. It's just so strange to watch it. And then personally, just from like my family history. So we came to America in the late 1800s, and we lived in Odessa. And there was all these pogroms. There was pogroms all the time, and we were being attacked by both the Cossacks and the Russians. And I find it also so strange that also going on at the same time, there's a war between Russia and the Cossacks. There's a war between Russia and the Ukrainians, and it's just, and all this is unfolding. And I find it so fascinating. Like if my relatives back then, they wouldn't believe what's happening right now. They wouldn't believe the shifts in the world. They wouldn't believe what's happening, and it's all happening around Purim. And this is the time, right? This is the time for a great unity. But it's also so strange to see all the Jews in Israel right now, and their Purim is very difficult for them right now. They're being attacked by these extremely dangerous ballistic missiles, and they really need all the rachamim from Hashem, and they need our tefillah, they need our prayers. But it's also mystifying to me how Purim, the holiest, this may be the holiest of our holidays. The Arizal, he says it's, and I think maybe Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says it's in the Zohar, that it's Yom Kippur. I say this again. Yom Kippur is a day, a day, like Purim. That Yom Kippur can only approach the holiness of Purim. Purim goes by so quick, but it's so holy. And the power of Purim is that we all come together. And there's the beautiful mitzvahs that we do on Purim. Like we had the mitzvah of hearing the Megillah Esther. So tonight, after the Tainus Esther, after the fast of Esther, we went to Shul, where there's beautiful reading of the Megillah and the great story of Mordecai and Esther. And, the hidden king is Hashem, and he's leading us, to a great salvation from the evil decree of Haman and Achashverosh to kill all the Jewish people in the days of the Persian Empire. And then we have this new Persian Empire, that wants, to get these nuclear weapons on ballistic missiles to destroy all the Jews again. And we're seeing this tremendous thing happening. But it's so difficult for the Jews of Israel right now. But I'm saying the Jews in America, the Jews in North America, South America, the Jews all in the West, Australia, we have the freedom right now to celebrate Purim, and we're not being attacked by ballistic missiles, and we can bring the unity that the Jews of Israel right now are having a hard time. So we have this beautiful mitzvah. So we have the mitzvah of listening to the Megillah. We have the great mitzvah of giving the matanos evyonim, giving gifts to the poor, so they can celebrate Purim and they can have their Purim Suda, their Purim meal. And then we have the greatest, the Mishloach Manos, the mitzvah of we give at least two people gifts, 2 food items, and we're giving them food for their festive meal. And then the great meal. And then we have a Suda, we have a festive meal on Purim, and we celebrate, right, to get great victory. But all this brings us together. It brings Achdus. We're giving gifts to family and friends, and we're usually talking sometimes to friends and neighbors we haven't talked to so much. We're all outside, and everyone's in costumes, and we're ripping down the illusion that Hashem's not running the world. And we see clearly Baruch Mordecai, that Mordecai is blessed, and Aror Haman, and then Haman is cursed. We see that evil will just, the only purpose of evil in the world is just for it to be destroyed by good, because the world is all Tov. The world is Tov Ma'od. When Hashem created mankind, he said Tov Ma'od. Day 6 of creation, he said Tov Ma'od, very good. And we see that the world really is good. And I don't know, I'm getting a glimpse, I have a great karsatov, a great appreciation that like we really have had a great life in America, and we're close, and we're at the end of our goals. We're at the end of thousands of years of exile, and we're right on the brink of the coming of Mashiach. And how beautiful would it be if this year all the Jews could celebrate, Purim? And it's the best holiday, and it's the holiday with the power to just turn it all upside down, and the evil that's ruling to just destroy it and override it, and the good, the tzaddikim, the righteous, can be put back on the top, right? And then the world can see that they're all created from an infinite being, the all-loving Hashem, and that the world is created for good. And I don't know, let's do it. Let's let's have that Achdus this year. Let's Purim Sameach. Let's have the happiness of this holy, holy day. Let's come back together. Let's end this gullus, and let's see the coming of Mashiach, and let's see a great defeat of evil in this world and the rise of good. I hope you enjoyed it. Please leave me your comments, like, share, subscribe, all the good stuff. And I hope to see you back again soon on Sweet and Good Torah.